So I created a page to show how to use Memo. This page has two buttons. So if I click one of these two buttons, this will trigger a new render for this page. We can check the source code. So for this page, or we can call it a component, it has two states, name and account. And for the first button, the blue one, it displays the account value. And if we click it, it will increase the account value by 1. And for the second button, the green one, it displays the name's value. And if we click it, it will change the name's value. So both of these buttons, if we click them, this will trigger a new render because the state of these components has changed. This is how React works, right? Okay, let's check this in the web page. You can see in the console, our parent component is logging, right? So this means there is a render. So if I click the blue button, there will be a new render. And if I click the green button, so same, there has a new render. So you probably notice that our parent component always log in twice. So this is just because we are in the React street mode. So React will render our component twice. So if you are in a production mode, there won't be an issue, so you can just ignore this. There is a child component. It takes a name as input and displays it in a block. Every time it renders, it will log into the console. So we will use this child component in our parent component. So let's check this. Okay. So we pass our name to the child as props. Okay. So I will refresh this. Okay. You can see it displays our child component props value is David. So this value David is same as the value of our green buttons because they use a same variable. So we can check the console to see what happens. So firstly, parent component renders, and then the child component renders. So there's nothing special. And so if I click the green button, guess what will happen? If I click the green button, the state of the parent component will change. Then the parent will get a new render. And our child component will render too. So like what we said, when a component renders, React will render all of its child components recursively. So let's check if this is true. I will click the green button now. We can see in the console our parent component renders and our child component renders too. So now if I click the blue button, both the child and the parent components will get a new render. I click blue button, so you can see parent components and child component renders. You probably noticed the issue here. If I click the green button, both parent and child components get a new render. So this is fine because their contents changes. I mean the name changes, right? But if I click the blue button, so just the blue button's content changes. The child components never change if I click the blue button. So why do we need to update the child component? So this is an unnecessary render for the child component. So this is where we need a React.memo. I will add the React.memo here. We can use React.memo here. So okay, React.memo is just a function, and it takes a component as input, and it returns that component with with a special feature. What feature? Is that it only renders when its props change. Okay, let's check this out. We add our member child to here. Okay, then I will refresh the web page. So in the console we can see that because this is a first render, right? So our parent component renders and the child component renders. This is okay. And if I click the green button, so both our parent and child component renders, because the name is the props of our child. The name changes, so it renders. Okay, if I click the blue button, the count changes, so parent page will get a new render, but the child won't render. This is because its props, its name, is now changed, right? So this is where memo take effect. So this is where we need memo.